let's talk about this hair. This hair is beautiful, gorgeous. I plucked it really well. Ooh, let's talk about hair hunting. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you how to install your wigs. This is very beginner friendly, so it's going to help a lot of beginners install their wigs. So the first thing you want to do is to make sure that you're sewing the cap onto your braids in the back. You don't have to make the actual thread sewing, or if that's a word, organized. You just want to make sure it's sewn in. Now everything is on, intact, ready to go. I had a lot of fun filming this video, guys. So the first thing you want to make sure that you're doing is getting your Got2b glue. The words on the bottle is flipped because I flipped my video, so I'm sorry in advance for that. So I'm going to start by adding it onto the edges of my hair. I like to do it a little bit below my edges. So whenever you're spraying this on, just make sure that you're spraying it on correctly. You're spraying it around the actual head, and you're not allowing the actual Got2b glue to run down on your forehead, because when this bad boy dries, it dries. So be very, very careful whenever you are adding that. Alright, so this is the fun part where you get to customize your wig cap according to your hairline. This is why I was suggesting in the beginning to make sure that your Got2b glue, guys, does not run down to your forehead, because when it dries, it really dries, and what can happen is when you're cutting the actual cap, you could cut your skin. So make sure that you're very careful when you're applying the Got2b glue on your actual hairline, that you're not making it run down, and also making sure that you are sewing the wig cap in the back of your head onto your braids. So when you're cutting around the earlobe like I'm doing right now, your cap is not flipping up. Okay, do you notice that my cap is not flipping up? It doesn't matter if it flips up, but for me, I'm very detailed with my stuff, so I like to have the cap still to the back of my head. So please be very careful whenever you are cutting around your actual earlobes. You do not want to cut yourself. You want to make sure that you are being super careful, guys. I cannot stress it enough. And making sure that the scissors that you're using is very small, because you actually see a little bit better when it is. So everything is ready to go. Everything is blended really well. So I'm going to start by adding my Ghost Bond wig glue onto the edges of the wig cap or the edges of my hairline. So I'm adding a little bit amount. What I usually do is I tend to add a little bit first, let it dry down, and then I add another layer of it on. And as you see, I'm bringing a little bit up towards my ears. And then what tends to happen with me, and I have to share this, is that on the middle of my actual hair or the middle part of where I'm adding the glue, it tends to lift a lot. So I actually add a little bit more there most of the time to prevent that. So I'm bringing up a little bit by the ears again, and then I'm coming across with a little bit more of it to make sure that my wig is going to be secure once it's on. And once this glue dries, it dries. I really, really love this glue, this wig glue. So I'm using my little spatula, cleaning up a little bit, and I'm going to use it to kind of spread it a little bit towards the cap so everything sticks together once it dries and it's secure. Please make sure you get a little spatula to spread it out a little bit onto the hair, and please make sure that it's seamlessly done. All right, so you want to make sure you wait a little bit until it dries down. For me, I make sure the drying process is quicker, so I add a little bit of the Got2b glue freezing spray. It works for me all the time. It dries down a little bit better for me. So that's what I always do to make the Ghost Bond glue dries down a little bit faster and makes it a little bit more tackier to me. Personally speaking, to me, this works better for me. All right, so I went off camera a little bit, guys, and went and did my brows. I was like, oh my God, my brows look horrible on camera. So I'm doing my edges with an Eco Styling gel. I really, really love this gel. It dries really fast and it really keeps your edges intact. I'm not really a big edges person when it comes to wigs, but for today I'm going to the club, so I'm like, let me flick these edges out real quick. So I'm using my blow dryer to kind of make sure everything is extra dry. And this blow dryer that I'm using is actually from Sephora. It's from Sephora Collection. I paid $35 for this. It's really small and it's really good when it comes to your wigs. I hate, my worst pet peeve is like a huge blow dryer drying your edges and drying your wigs. So this is very, very good. Now everything is done. And I hope you guys love everything I did. Please remember to like and subscribe.